Hello students, welcome back to Info Science. So in today's video we shall start a new chapter, that is matter around us pure? So in my previous videos I have already discussed about the matter. So matter, we all know that anything that occupies space and have mass is known as matter, and there are three states of matter, that is the solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So we already know that, but now in today's video we shall know that is that matter is pure, whatever the solid state, that ice, or the liquid state, the water, or the gaseous state, the air, is that thing is pure? So how we'll know that? So now let's discuss about it. So this matter, it exists in two forms, that is the pure substances and impure substances. So again this is the flow chart. We'll discuss more about this one by one, but this is, so look at this flow chart here. So this pure substances is again divided into two things, that is the elements and compound. So again this elements, it is again categorized as metals, metalloids, then non-metals, and impure substances, which is also known as the mixtures, it can be divided into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. And again this homogeneous mixtures, it can be divided as solution, and the heterogeneous mixture, it can be divided as suspension and colloidal. So this is the whole flowchart of the matter. So now one by one we will discuss about it. So what is pure substance? So the materials which contain only one kind of atom and molecules, that are known as the pure substance. And you see there are two types of pure substance. One is the element. So elements are what? So in element, it is a pure substance, and if in that pure substance it is made up of only one kind of atom, only one, so that are known as the elements. So elements are what? The pure substances which are made up of only one kind of atom. So these elements, it is grouped into three types, that is the metals, non-metals and metalloids. So you can see here in the pictures the metals, non-metals and the metalloids. Now let us know about the metals. So how the metals are? So metals are lustrous, that means they have shiny appearance. So even we can take the example of gold, it has the shiny appearance, right? Next, the metals that conduct heat and electricity, means it's a very good conductor of heat and electricity. Then metals are malleable, that means they can be beaten into thin sheets, and it is ductile, it can be drawn into thin wires. Next property is sonorous. So metals are sonorous, that means it makes a ringing sound. So sometimes in the temple, when we go to the temple, when you put the bell, it makes a sound, very loud noise, yes or no? Tongue, that voice. So metals are sonorous. Then they are solid at room temperature. So metals are solid at room temperature except mercury. So mercury, it is liquid at room temperature. Then the last property is that the metals are generally hard except sodium and potassium. So all the metals are hard, but sodium and potassium, they are the soft metals. So example are there iron, gold, copper, aluminum. So many are there. I have just given some of them. So these are the properties of the metals. The next is now we'll know the properties of the non-metals. So non-metals, they are dull in appearance. So their appearance is very dull. It is not so much shiny like the metals. Then they are the poor conductors of heat and electricity except diamond. So diamond is very good conductor of heat, and graphite, it is a very good conductor of electricity. So this diamond and graphite, it is exceptional. And non-metals, they are neither malleable nor ductile. So malleable, it cannot be beaten into thin sheets, and also the ductile, that it cannot be drawn into thin wires. Then this non-metals, they are generally soft except diamond, which is the most hardest known nature substance. And this non-metals, they may be solid also, liquid also, or it can be in gaseous form also at the room temperature. So some of the examples of the non-metals are oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, etc. So there are many other. non-metals are there. So these are some of them. Now next, what is metalloids? So these metalloids, these are the elements that have the properties that is intermediate, okay, intermediate between those of the metals and non-metals. Means they have the intermediate property of the metals also and non-metals also. So example are boron, silicon, germanium, etc. So these are the three categories of the elements, that is the metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now let us discuss about the compounds. So compounds, these are formed by combining two or more elements in a definite ratio of mass, and the example is water, oxygen. Okay, so now let us know the characteristics of this compound. So the compounds, the properties of the compounds, they differ from those of its constituents, and they have a very fixed melting point and also the boiling point, and they are the homogeneous substance, and this constituent elements, it can be separated by the chemical process. So these are the various characteristics of the compound. So as we know that compounds are what? They are formed by combining two or more elements in a definite ratio of mass. Now let us know what is the impure substances. So impure substances are the materials which contain more than one kind of atoms and molecules. So in the previous part we have got the pure substances, it contain only one kind of atoms and molecules, but impure substances, they are the materials which contain more than one kind of atoms and molecules. So this impure substances, it is also known as the mixture. So mixture, we can say it is made up of two or more elements or compound mixed in any ratio or proportion. Now let us know the properties of mixtures. So the mixtures, it may be homogeneous and heterogeneous. Then the properties of the constituent substances are retained, and here no new compounds is formed. And elements, here the elements can be separated by simple physical process, and it does not have a fixed melting and boiling point. So this is all about the properties of the mixture. So you could see here some of the pictures are depicted here regarding the elements, compounds and mixtures. Now let us know about the types of mixture. So mixtures are also, it is categorized into two types. So one is the homogeneous mixture and the another one is the heterogeneous mixture. So this homogeneous mixture, it is what? It is a mixture in which all the components of mixture are uniformly mixed and there's no boundaries of separation between them. So you could see here in the picture sugar in water, that is a homogeneous mixture. So suppose if I put the sugar in water, it get totally mixed with the water and there is no any separation of boundaries between them. So that is a homogeneous mixture. Next is the heterogeneous mixture. So heterogeneous mixture is what? Where all the components of the mixture are not uniformly mixed and there are visible boundaries of separation between them. So example is water and sand. Then we can see air also. So you could see here in the picture the heterogeneous mixture. You see when you put the sand in the water, is it get dissolved? No. And even there are visible boundaries of separation. We can see here some visible boundaries of separation between them. So this is known as the heterogeneous mixture. So in today's part we have discussed about the pure substances and also about the impure substances. So this pure substances, it is categorized as elements and compound, and these element, it is categorized into three parts, that is the metals, non-metals and metalloids. Then again this impure substances, the impure substances, it is categorized into two parts, that is the homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixture. So before ending the video, I have a question for you all. So how many elements are there in nature, and also out of the total elements that exist in the nature, how many are naturally occurring elements? So in the comment section, do write the answer in that, and we will meet again in the next video.